Hey guys, it's Base Kenji. By the way, this is the character that I'm gonna use for whenever I'm lazy and I don't want to do a vlog. Sorry about the background noise. I like it cold in my room. Anyways, yeah. Also, with this character, I'm gonna give him like anything like on his head. I don't know, just kind of like a little thing. Here, I'll give him cat ears. All right. Anyways, let's get right into the story. Also, these two cats are Nene and my boy Jocelyn. Well, Jocelyn's a girl, but you know. Anyways, yeah, they're my two cats. One flies on a cloud, and the other one flies on floating flowers. Yeah, I don't know. They're pretty weird. Anyways, let's get right into the story. These are scary stories that happen, around me. And the first one's about my mom and my grandma. So one night, my mom went out to, use the restroom. Of course, it was like 3 a.m. in the morning. As she was using the restroom, she heard dogs barking from our neighbor's house, and they put their dogs like in a dog house in the back of their house. And what was crazy was that she also heard like a faint cry. So she didn't, for some reason, she didn't really think that much of it, because she kind of just froze and she was kind of like, what was that? And then she heard it again, and the dogs barked even louder, and she heard it come closer and closer and closer, and to the point to where it reached her window, or the window that's next to our restroom, and it sounded like the crying was right outside the window. In that moment, she finally snapped out of it, freaked out, and ran to her room, and she was like yelling, she was crying, she was in shock. I checked on her to see what was up, I was like, hey, what happened? She didn't want to tell me until, surprisingly a year later, or not a year later, like a couple months later, but still, I was kind of unsure why she didn't want to say anything. And we were having breakfast one morning, and when she had told us the story, my grandma had stepped up and she said, when did that happen? And she told her the day, and she told her, that's funny, because a year ago, on that same day, I heard the same exact thing. And my grandma said she didn't think much of it, and she just used the restroom. Now, I don't really get... Okay, hold on. First of all, what? Like, you heard crying and you didn't, like a woman crying and you didn't think much of it? Okay, I don't know. That's pretty crazy. Anyways, it scares me. So like every night that I try to use the restroom, I try not to use the restroom at night, because you never know. Maybe if I really need to use the restroom, I'll put in my headphones and just turn up my music as loud as I can. But then again, it could be crying and I couldn't hear it, and it could get me before I know. But I highly doubt that. Alright, this next story is about me. So, one night, I went to bed, and I was kind of like facing towards my wall, and I had a dream where I think it was either, I don't know, I don't remember trying to lucid dream, but I think it was like sleep paralysis, because I heard like a bunch of whispering, and it kind of sounded like that, I don't know, maybe like either satanic whispering or just like a bunch of like, I don't know, maybe kind of like holy words, but it sounded like they were said by demons, and it was just pretty crazy. And I was trying to move, and I was like, rah, rah, like trying to like speak or yell for help, but I just couldn't. And I just felt like as if something was pulling me, like my soul was getting sucked out of my body, and I kept feeling, like all these I heard all these noises, and I felt like my body was rising, and I just couldn't wake up. And then finally, after a couple minutes, I awoke, and when I woke up, my body was like kind of like arched up. Just my chest was like lifted up, kind of like how like an exorcism, except I wasn't floating, just kind of my upper chest was like kind of like raised up against the wall. And when I woke up, I felt like as if something was like leaving my body, like my soul, and then I just suddenly just poof, like it was gone, and I fell back down in my bed, and I was like panting really heavily. I don't know what it was, but pretty sure it was some sort of demon or something. This next story comes from my cousin. It was, we were spending the night. I spent the night with them. Uh, Sometimes, they're from Florida, and they come to visit. He now lives with us, or not lives with us, but lives here in Texas rather than in Florida because he has better opportunity and he likes it here more. But that's beside the point. One night when we were spending the night, we were watching scary movies and in the living room, and his younger brother went and fell asleep on the bed. So we were both like, whatever. As we were watching scary movies, we watched like 2 or 3, and then one ended. And then the brother woke up and he came to us and was like, "Hey, who was pulling my leg?" And we both looked at each other and we were confused. We were like, no one was pulling your leg. We were sitting here watching movies the whole time. And he said, "Yeah, whatever, that's not funny." So then we sat, so then he just went, go back to bed. And we were just like, alright. And as we were sitting there, we were just kind of like talking and chilling. And we were like, like, he's crazy. And that's when we heard like a little giggle. And we were freaking out because, a giggle, like, there's no children in this house. It's just us, like a bunch of teenagers. And we were freaking out. Like, what the hell was that? It's like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, and we just don't know what that was. And we were both like scared, like a little giggle, like what the heck? And then we heard like a scratch, like as if something was like scratching against the wall, And then we just ran to the bed, turned off the TV, left the living room, and we tried to go to sleep, but I don't know, we were just freaking ourselves out thinking about what we just heard. Now, at first we just thought, maybe, maybe the movie was still playing, because, we kind of like changed the channel, but so maybe we had played we were playing a movie and it just kind of played some background noise. And then, but I don't think that was the case, because they have said that they think that house, or, not a house, it was an apartment, that they thought it was haunted, because not only did that happen, but another night, while we were all sleeping, my cousin got up in the middle of the night, and he looked at this leather chair that's in their room, or in the living room, and when he looked at it, he swore he saw a figure, all black figure, just sitting there and looking back at him with like complete dark eyes. Like the figure was black, but his eyes were blacker than black, and it was just staring back at him. And that's when he ran to the restroom and was freaking out, and he used the restroom. When he got out, he looked back at the couch, or not the couch, but the chair, and it was gone. Of course, he went back to bed and he freaked out, and we all woke up, but still, that's pretty crazy. To this day, we still think that apartment is haunted. He has said that there are times where they have heard footsteps from the stairs whenever nobody's there, and stuff has fallen down. And not only that, but there was a couple times where there was knocks on the door and they didn't know who it was because nobody was outside, and it was like really late at night. Now, this last story is about me. So one day my mom texted me, "Hey, walk over to your aunt's house and go drop something off." And of course I was like probably 16, 17, and I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll go drop it off, because my aunt lives like 4 houses down from us and across the road. So I walk over there and I go into their house. It's always been like a second home to me. We're always having parties there. It's always really fun and nice. I walk into the house and the door's unlocked like always. Or not like always. It was unlocked, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. I walk in and it's completely dark except for the living room. Now, the way the house is you first walk in, there's the kitchen, then the living room, and then a hallway which leads to their room, or my aunt's room. and that room's always like completely black whenever nobody's there or whenever we're over, because they don't want people in the room, I guess. And the craziest part was I was in the kitchen and I was like, okay, I don't know where to drop this off at. And then I walked to the living room and I'm like, where's everybody at? I asked, hello, hello. That's when I hear, bam. I heard a door like slam, and I look in the back and it's like my cousin's room, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go in there because it's none of my business. But I look down the hallway and it's just complete darkness, and I was like, hello, hello, and my cousins are usually there, so I was like, oh, well, they're not here. I'll just, leave it. So I was like, I'm just going to leave this on the table, and I left whatever it was that mom told me to leave at their house on the table. So I left it on the table, and I walked home, and that's when I went back inside because I forgot something. I walked into the living room, and the lights were off, and I was like, okay, I think that was just my cousin. And then I heard a door open, like, creaking open, like creak, just, and I was like, hello, and I looked into my cousin's room. I mean, from a distance though, just complete darkness. I ran out of the house as fast as I could, and I never wanted to be there by myself ever again since that, because that was just completely like creepy. I mean, there was one time where I had spent the night, like probably a year before that, and I couldn't fall asleep. Like, it was just creepy. I thought I heard a bunch of like bangs on the walls a couple times, but I thought people were just, I don't know. I thought my cousins were just having fun or something like that. Or okay, maybe not that kind of fun. Like, okay, never mind. I have a dirty mind. Anyways, so I tell my cousins about this story and my aunt, and they say that one of my cousins, the room that I saw the door open and I heard slam shut, he'd been having nightmares, like really bad ones, and it was specifically in that room. And he switched rooms, and that's whenever my cousin moved to that room instead. And my other cousin, he had really bad dreams in that room too, about that room. And I guess that room it's just haunted or something, or just a bad aura comes from that room. Of course, they bought him dream catchers, and he became fine after that. But I always thought something was wrong with that room now, and I don't know why, but nobody. Well, they believed me, but nobody else really believed me. I mean, my mom was just like, "You're dumb," like nobody was in those rooms. Like, come on, like you like be realistic here, like they were there. I meant, like you were just imagining stuff. But I really don't think that was the case, and I guess I'll never know, since I plan to never go back there again. All right, well, thank you for listening to my scary stories, and I guess other people's stories too. Some people might not find these scary, but I mean, when this kind of stuff happens to you, it's pretty livid. Like, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I don't know, I really wanted to do a creepy video, so leave in the comments if you want me to do more creepy stuff, maybe research scary stuff. And if you like these type of videos, because I would definitely be into doing these again more often than vlogs or challenges. Anyways, make sure you like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.